How you doing? Robert Gonzalez with the Wanna Hate the Heat podcast. We're here today at the Crow. Come check them out. They've been showing us nothing but love. They got monthly specials. We're about to tear up some salad they got. It's some strawberry pecan salad or something like that. So we're going to tear that up next. But come check out the Crow here in Cottonwood, man. They got a great menu. They got seating if you want to just chill with your family, play pool, have a good time. They got a game room, or they got a full bar here, full sports bar. They got this beautiful patio out here. You guys want to have your events here or do something, hit them up. They're always here for birthday parties and wedding parties or whatever you want to do, you know. Hit up the Crow. We really love Kyle and Nate. Thank you guys. Of course, we've got to show our gear, the new hats. Hit us up. But I wanted to bring Josiah Martinez on today. This kid, what an amazing story he had to tell today. I hope you guys are watching this and understand what he has spoke. I haven't seen him in a couple of months. He hit me up the other day, wanted to come over this weekend, so I went and picked him up and hit up my guy here, Daniel, man behind the scenes. Said, hey, let's get a podcast. He made time for this, so it's very beautiful that we all were able to make this work. But Josiah, when I first got him, he was really dark. He used to sit in the corners, shaking, would cover his face, pull his hoodie over his head. He wore a hoodie every single day, would never change his clothes, never worried about his body and how he would smell and dress. And so I started working and talking to him and explaining to him life and about what a man is and how to become a man and to work on being a man. And I haven't seen him for a while, so man, I'm just blown away by how his appearance is today, how he carries himself, how he dresses. He's beautiful, and he almost got me, almost made me cry in this interview. But I just want you guys to know I really love this kid, and if you from my team or our gym know him, everybody should be proud of this interview because you all had something to do with it. It wasn't not just me. It was all of us that changed this young man's life. It took a community to change this man's life. So I want to thank everyone also because what a beautiful story that he told today. Hit us up on the Instagram podcast, follow us, like us, and we'll see you guys next time. We're out. How you doing? My name is Robert Gonzalez. I'm with the Hate the Heat podcast, and I'm here today with, what's your name, buddy?
Josiah Martinez.
Josiah Martinez. So I finally got Josiah. We've been really busy. I worked with some other guys, made some podcasts with them, and finally got to work with Josiah. I have done some really cool stuff with him. He has a really cool story about the gym and when he's come into the program, and I just want to talk with him a little bit about it. So what you been up to lately, man?
Well, lately, it's summertime now. I just got my schoolwork done. Finally got out of the school. Just got my schoolwork done. Got back in the shape and everything.
Yeah, you look good right now. You look fit.
Yeah,
I like it.
I hit the gym. Then I contacted you. Then now I'm here. We went to work today. Did a lot of work today.
Yep, we worked today. I started working for the city of Cottonwood, taking care of all the parks and trails. And so I've been busy Monday through Friday. So on the weekends, we're still out working on yards and stuff, helping customers. And so Josiah hit me up and went to work with us today. And it was hot, huh?
It was hot. Gave me a headache. Still have a headache.
It was a very hot day today. We worked till about noon and called it quits.
Yeah,
but
messed my arms a little bit.
Yep. But I want to talk a little bit about when you first came into the gym, like day one when you first came. What was it like for you?
When I first came into the gym, it was very nerve-wracking. I was nervous because my mom had told me about it, and I was very scared, a little nervous to meet new people, meet you, because I seen pictures. I was like, he's a big man. He's a big man. I was really nervous to go into that and start something new. It was new, so of course you're gonna be scared.
Right.
And then once I had finally got there, it was calm. You were calm with me. You were respectful. Everything. You respected my everything. You were respectful. And then when I finally started training with you, it was hard. It was hard, but life ain't easy.
Right.
So I just went with it. I learned how to defend myself. I learned it was fun. It was fun sparring, learning new things. Like it was also mental. Like you had to be disciplined.
Right.
You had to have motivation, and you had to want it. You had to want it to do it
Right.
because like it wasn't given to you. Like education, education, and discipline wasn't given, and respect it wasn't given in there. You had to earn it. You had to like I don't know. It was very like you had to have confidence in yourself.
Right.
And then when I had finally started training with you, like when I started going to the men's class, yeah, men's class was hard. When I had first gotten in there, I got hit so hard I wanted to quit. I gotten hit in the gut so hard I wanted to quit.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I'm gonna keep it going. I want a fight. I want a fight. I want to be out there. I want to be known. But then it's very hard. Like you have to be disciplined. You have to be very disciplined to do kickboxing, Muay Thai, karate, anything you want. You have to be very disciplined.
That's right. That is one of the things, and you hit it on the key, is you have to want this. So as us as instructors, we can teach you guys the arts that we know, all the different programs with their arts, but the student is the one that has to want to be disciplined, want to be structured. They have to want that. And if they want that, then sky's the limit to what they become, And so it's really cool, you being, 14 now?
Yeah.
That you recognize that. A lot of guys, they don't recognize that. It takes a whole lifetime to understand that. So that's really cool to hear from you say that. When you first came into the gym, you used to sit down and not participate.
I used to just sit there, be in my own little corner. I was shy. I was angry. Like I didn't want to be in contact with anyone. Like I didn't want to go talk to anyone. I was scared. Like I was like scared what they were gonna say to me if I said the wrong thing.
Right.
Or like if I said something not correct. It was very scared.
Do you remember how you used to act with me?
I was a troublemaker with you when I first went there.
Yeah.
I used to get in a whole lot of trouble. I wasn't listening.
Yeah.
But then I got to know you, and I was like, he ain't ever do wrong to me.
Remember when I told you one day you were sitting there and you were having your little, episodes of when you used to shut down and just tense up and stare and look right through the person and be angry and breathing heavy. And I remember one day you were doing that in the gym, and I went up to you and I was like, I know you're hurt. I know you've been hurt by a lot of people in life. I said, but it's going to take me. I have to get that trust with you. I have to build that love with you, and I'm going to do that. And right now, you may not like me and you may not care about me or love me, but one day, I'm going to earn that. Remember me telling you that stuff?
Yeah, I remember. It was by the weight system. It was right there. I remember exactly. It was very, I don't know, it was very confusing at the time. But then as I gained to know you, I gave you more respect. You gave me a lot more respect. You treated me more like family than anybody ever has. Like, yeah, I've been from this person to this person. It was very hurtful. But then once I got to know you, you were very kind, open, real. Like, you say a lot of real things, but like, it comforts me. And then you taught me a lot. Like, without you, I don't know where I would be. I was thinking today, as a matter of fact, where would I be if I had never met Robert?
Well, I love you, man. And you know what? It's not my plan. This is God's plan, right? So you would have somebody would have entered your life at some time and tried to help you, right? It just so happened to be, it got to be me. And I'm excited that it was me. And I do love you. I love you like my son. You know that. You call me Pops. You call me Dad. It's super dope to hear that, to get these text messages from you. Hey, Dad, what's going on? I enjoy that. I feel that I did earn that. I did put that work in. And those are the benefits and those are the rewards of getting to hear that kind of stuff come out of your mouth today instead of, anger. So I do appreciate how you are with me and my family, and we do love you, and I'm just excited for you, man. I'm excited to see what you're going to become, who you're going to become. Um, Playing football, huh? For Mingus?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Well, my first season there, I joined a little late, but I got into it. And then my practice was confusing. I didn't know the plays very well. The plays were very confusing because like I didn't know if to run this way or that way or tackle this person in front of me or tackle this person to the left or right. Either way.
Mm-hmm.
It was very confusing. But
Yep.
then once I started getting it down, I know the plays now. I know what names are called. I know who to tackle on this play. I know where to run. But then if I'm on offense, it's very confusing.
Yeah.
I'm on defense a lot for my width,
Yeah.
like the size of my body.
Yeah, you're a big boy. Remember when we had the gym and we used to go outside with all the kids and play catch every day,
Mhm.
huh? And remember in the beginning, you couldn't even run or catch a football.
I couldn't catch. I had no hands. I had no hands.
No hands. No hands. You dropped everything.
I couldn't catch it.
And by the end, when we closed the gym down and we were still playing football out there before we closed down, how were you doing then?
I was catching everything.
Everything.
I was
huh?
catching everything you threw at
Sickest
me.
catches ever.
Remember that one time, it was on Luis. I had jumped up in the air, and then he was in front of me, and then you threw the ball towards me, and I jumped up in the air. It was going to go past me, but I jumped and grabbed it.
Right.
That was cool. I like that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. I see all the kids from our gym today playing on all these football leagues and stuff, and it's okay. But we're the ones that helped them get that started. You know
We
what I'm saying?
jump-started their skills.
We jump-started those skills. We had a
We
lot
did.
of fun. We played every single day with them, taught them patterns, taught them plays, taught them how to, steps and how to move, 5 steps, turn to the right, the ball's going to be thrown already, huh? And you
Yeah.
are catching the ball and having fun. So we really did some cool
Yeah,
plays
you
on
would
that.
tell me 10 steps, cut right, go straight, and then cut left. It was
Right.
cool.
And the ball's going to be there.
It's going to be there. Just catch it.
All right.
Just open your arms, close them, it'll be there.
Yeah.
It'll be there.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun, man. I do miss that little stuff that we did besides the boxing and the kickboxing and the Muay Thai. All those little youth activities that we got to do with our kids because the kids that we had were talented.
They were very talented.
Who were some of the toughest kids that you got to train with and spar against?
Luis.
Luis, huh? Yeah, Luis
Luis
was a
Barajas.
monster. Yeah.
Luis Barajas.
Yeah.
That guy, when we were at the beginning, we were kind of not talking a bit, but then in the middle, we ended up being brothers.
Yeah.
And then it was very hard sparring against him because he was very skilled, very fast, very educated in the hand-to-hand combat.
All right.
He was fast, he was smart, and he would move out of the way. And if he seen an open shot, he took it. And then he would teach me, he would say, I could have got you right here. So what you need to do is block, go down a little bit, but then he'll be there.
All right.
He's fast and he knows how to help people.
All right.
And we were sparring. It was in the morning, I think, or at night. And then I think it was 13 rounds we had went. We went 13 rounds, and we only got 1 round between each 5. 1 round break. That was tough. It was just me and him on the ground, in the air, on land. It was hard. It was very hard.
Yeah.
It was very tiring. He was very fast, but then one thing I did have against him, it was my greatest advantage, was my size.
All right.
I had size and length against him.
All right.
It was very confusing, but then I got it down.
Yeah.
I got to know how to defend and just attack at the right moment.
Mm-hmm.
If I hit him here and at this, and if he throws a hook, I'll hit him in his liver. It was very confusing, but I got it down.
Yeah, it was fun. You guys used to have good sparring matches. What do you think you liked more, defending yourself or the offense of striking? What was more funner that you learned, you would say? What meant more?
It was a bit of both, because I was good at defending, because I used to be the punching bag. You know that. I used to be the punching bag. I'd let everyone hit me, and then I would just defend. But then no one could land a hit on me for how great my defense was. I started getting more and more intelligent in the defense.
Yeah.
But then as I got to defending, I was like, this is boring. I want to hit. I want to hit something. I don't want to stay here.
Right.
I don't want to stay in this little box, just like me defending myself.
Right.
So then I started throwing random attacks, just like random, not seeing. Like I gotta just be here, and I just throw a haymaker. I just throw those. I couldn't see anything,
Yeah.
and then I would just throw it. But then I was like, this ain't the right way. But then I started learning. I started learning how to attack, doing offense and defense at the same time.
Yeah.
And then we got to that new praying mantis style, defense and offense. That was very cool. I love that one. And then, but to be honest, I think it was more of defending, because when I used to teach the kids in kids class, I would teach them how to defend themselves and how to move, be light work, be light on their feet, how to move, and then I would teach them how to throw at the right time and at the right moment. Here's where it's gonna affect them most, but then here's where you're gonna learn.
Right.
It was very, like I was proud of being a teacher for them, because like, and then I used to teach. I used to see them use what I taught them.
Right. Isn't it awesome to see that?
Yeah, I wanted to see them use what I taught them.
Right.
Because like I was teaching, especially G,
Yeah.
little guy, very fast though, very very fast, but small though. He's very skilled, and Xavier, that guy, he had raw strength.
Yeah, he's 9 years old today.
Yeah, that guy, he was tough. He was like with the big leagues, but then he was a little small guy.
And G's 12.
Yeah,
he's 12 today.
Dang.
Yeah, they're very young. What was really cool with you was how when we got you in and you shut down on us and you wanted nothing to do with the program and you would always fight with us. We had the conversation about one day we're going to grow together, and then you started getting involved with it, and then you became a coach for the kids, right? And that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's something that you earned, right?
Mm-hmm.
You earned that, and you always know that you earned that by changing your ways and changing what you have been through. And then you started working with the kids that were coming in, and you were seeing that they had something about what you've been through, whether the father's in prison or whatever is going on in life, that you are connected with them younger than you. And you've been in a situation that they might get to, right? But you're able to help them and work with them and be a part of their lives. And that's what's cool. And that's what we do, is we take kids like you from that life, structure them, and then make them the trainers, make them the coaches. One thing I don't do is I never allow a trainer or a coach from the streets to come into my program to run what we do, right?
The street fighters.
We've never allowed that. Have you ever seen a trainer come into our gym off the streets?
No.
Right. We make our own, and then our own teaches our own. And it's our youth that teaches, right? You were teaching men in the men's class also, right?
Yeah.
You were helping me in the women's class, teaching the women, getting beat up by all the women. How was that? How was the women's class for you?
The women's class, there was one lady, she was fast on her hands.
Yeah.
When we were doing pads, she was very fast on her hands. I couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
I couldn't keep up because I had to go like this. I had to pressure them. I
Yeah.
couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
Even for how experienced I was,
Yeah.
I couldn't keep up
Yeah.
because her speed was very fast.
Yeah.
And then I was helping the other lady, like the one in the tribe. What's her name?
Who? Tanya?
Tanya.
Yeah.
I was helping Tanya.
That's your chief, by the way.
Yeah.
Yavapai Apache Nation right here, and he's talking about his tribal chief, Tanya Lewis. She was a part of our gym for a while, and he got to work with her before she became the president. I know she's a busy lady now, but how much fun did you have with Tanya, huh?
Tanya, she had raw strength.
Yeah.
She had raw strength. But like the one that was fast on her hand, she's also native.
Who, Mo?
Monique.
Maureen?
Yeah, she was
man.
fast. She was fast.
Yeah.
She was very fast. She was
Yeah.
very fast.
She used to beat me up.
I couldn't keep up with her speed when we were doing pads, and then when I used to spar them, I used to light work, just like tap them.
Yeah,
Because if I hit them too hard, then I'm gonna feel bad.
yeah.
But then I used to just tap them and spar them just a little bit, give them a little test run.
Right.
It was very fun. It was very educational for them.
In the adults, with the men, who was the hardest one that you sparred with?
I was the smallest of the smallest, so I was very small in the men's class.
So who was your toughest in the men's? Who were you when you would spar against? Who was hard on you?
Gianni's stepdad, I think. He was,
Jesus?
yeah, Jesus.
Yeah.
Other than you and Rob, though, and Loki, I think he was the hardest, though.
Yeah.
Because he was very strong, he's very fast, he's very intelligent to hand.
Yeah.
And like he would allow me to hit him. He would
Right.
allow me to hit him with all the strength I had left. We were
Yeah.
sparring, we went 2 rounds together. I couldn't like keep up with him. Like I couldn't keep up with his stamina, endurance, and strength. I couldn't keep up.
Right.
But then he allowed me to hit him with everything I had left.
Yeah.
I was just going at him just like out of pure anger. Because like I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything towards him. I wasn't hurting him. I wasn't like anything. My goal wasn't to hurt him. It was just like just a spar, friendly spar.
Right.
But then I don't know, with him it was very tough. It was very tough because like the experience I did have, it didn't compare to what he put me through.
Well, you're also sparring with a man.
Yeah.
And you know these guys come into the gyms and they want to also be aggressive with the younger guys too. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that is good for you to have that under under us watching and being supervising that, and not just you sparring with some grown man in the streets. So you know, Jesus used to bring it to you pretty good, but I thought that you did well against him when you used to spar with him. I think that at that time when you were sparring with Jesus, that's where you were at in your level, because you had already plateaued to a certain strength and you were already there. So to see a little bit more smoke was good for you, you know?
Yeah, and then it taught me a lot more. It taught me a lot more. And what I still know everything that I was taught in the gym. I still know everything. I still do my punching bag. I still do my footwork. I still do shadow boxing, everything.
Nice.
I purposely try to keep that intelligence with me because I don't want to lose it.
All right.
It taught me a lot.
All right. What about sparring with my son, Jesse? How was that?
Jesse, on the other hand, that guy's a demon. That guy, I can't forget one time I gave him a bloody nose. I will always remember that for the rest of my life. I will always remember that. I hit him one time and very good. I gave him a bloody nose for how well he is fast, smart. He's very fast and he hits hard. He hits hard. If he knows there's an open spot, he's gonna take it. Like he's not gonna go light on you. He's gonna take it with everything he has.
Right.
His kicks, his punches were very accurate.
Yeah.
He wouldn't do anything. He wouldn't give you any breaks.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to go there, you had to want it. Just like we said earlier, you have to want it. Because like with Jesse, he put me through a lot. He put me through a lot, and it was very confusing at first. But then I will never forget that I gave him one bloody nose out of my entire 4 years there. 4 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was he was my very toughest opponent.
Yeah. What about Destiny, my daughter?
I like work.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. You guys had a lot of fun together, huh? How was it with Destiny?
Destiny, she taught me a lot of my hand to hand.
Yeah, but how were you in the beginning when you first started there? You and
I
my
wasn't
daughter used to
listening.
get along. You guys didn't get along at all.
I wasn't listening at all.
Right.
Like I would like what she would tell me, I wouldn't do it because like what's the point? I was like, what's the point? Like what's the point? I ain't gonna be here for long. I'm gonna quit sooner or later. But then she went easy on me. Even though I was getting mad at her, she was calm with me. She was very nice, respectful. She was very kind to me. Because like she seen the anger that I had.
All right.
And then she was light on me. But then she was also strict with me. I like that she was strict with me now. Like I was thinking back the other day, because like you guys were always strict with me, but you guys were straightforward. You guys got straight to the point. You guys got straight to the point, and you guys never went easy on me. I love that. I don't like people giving me pity or something like that. Like I don't want that. Like I want it straightforward. If I'm messing up, tell me. But then back then I was very like I was easy to get to. Like I was easy to bully. I was easy to hurt. But then now that I'm with you guys, I'm very confident. Like when I was at first, I was very self-conscious, but now I don't mind wearing these like skin tight shirts. But then it still stuck with me, like those insecurities. Like now today I'm confident. Like I walk around with a goal, just like get where I need to go back. Don't mess with anybody. Don't mess with anything. Just get there.
I like it.
Because with what you guys taught me was be straightforward, and if somebody messes with you, try to calm them down and don't try to increase it. Don't try to increase it and make the problem worse.
Right.
Because it'll only be bad for both of you.
Mm-hmm.
And just like be straightforward, and it'll get you a lot. It'll get you a lot.
You know, I used to tell you guys all the time that, you know, anger, when somebody's angry and you get angry, they love. Anger and misery, they love each other, right?
It's like a
Those
tornado
things
of
work
problems.
together. But if you kill them with love and kindness, that's what changes their lives, right? Those two aren't going to fight each other, okay? A lot of times, like I've told you guys before, you don't know what that person's going through in their life, right? And they see your happiness, they see your joy, and it upsets them. And they say something to you. And are you going to react to that?
No, because it's only going to make the problem worse, and you have to be kind to them and like show them what it's like because when I was younger, I didn't know what kindness and respect was. Like I wasn't like respected in any way. I wasn't like I was just taught if you give up, if it's too hard, give up. But then if I was shown love and affection and kindness, I would have been so much more from when I was younger. But then if somebody's shown love and kindness and respect, then they're gonna be okay. Just keep showing them that, and they're gonna calm down, and it's gonna be okay. But then they have to accept it.
Right.
Like you can give it to them. Like you could tell somebody to do something, but it has to be them that has to do it. Like you can't just force them to do it. It's like you can give something to someone, but then they have to want it or they have to accept it.
Right.
Because then you can't force them to accept it. You can't force them to do what you want.
Right. You know, when I first got you, you were on the medications, the ADHD medications, and we got you off of them. And how was that life for you in that time frame when you were on those medications and stuff like that?
The meds were very traumatizing for me because I wasn't eating. I was very pale. I was skinny. But if I ate, it would gain a lot. It was very, I don't know. I was very insecure. I had a lot of insecurities when I was younger. And then once I got off of those pills, I had a lot more confidence. I had a lot more, I don't know, my skin was brighter. Like my day was brighter and everything. Like I wasn't as gloomy. Days weren't as gloomy. And then as I started allowing people to help me and like allow them to help me in my life, like getting me off those pills was one thing, but then you, Yvonne, Destiny, Jesse, everybody in the gym, that helped me learn a lot. Because then I learned self-respect and respect towards others.
Right.
It was very self-learning. Like it was very confident. Like I'm very confident in myself now.
Yeah.
Learning all that, it helps a person. Because like when I was younger, I used to think there's no point to anything. So if it's too hard, give up. Then it's not that big of a deal. But then if you keep trying and trying, like hard decisions, they're gonna always be there. Just take the hard way, and then the rest of your life will be easy. But if you choose the easy way in life, the rest of your life's gonna be harder.
Yeah. Remember when you were younger and you used to always like want to quit and do stuff, and I used to tell you, "You're Yavapai Apache. You're a warrior. Let's go." Huh?
Yeah.
Remember that stuff?
Yeah, I would just sit there, and then you would tell me that it would like be cringy for me when I was younger. It was like corny or something, and then I understood what you were trying to do. You were trying to boost me to help me. You're trying to like give me a little boost to get up there, like do something.
Right. Be proud of who you are.
I am. Like the little Apache that I am, I'm like the little native that I am, I still respect it.
Yeah.
Like I still want to learn about it.
Right.
And then when you used to tell me that when we were sparring, like you're a warrior and all that. It was very. Then I used to like up it. Like it was a boost.
Right.
Like it gave me more confidence, and then I gained back control because like when I was sparring, I would just let anger taking control, and then you would tell me that, or if my mom was there, me hearing you guys, that would just give me a boost. And then I don't know if y'all noticed, like I used to, after y'all told me that, I'd be more accurate, I'd be more faster, stronger.
Yeah.
It was very helpful.
Yeah. You remember when you were done sparring and you would like really exert yourself and have tough matches, and you would just cry after, and you would just like have these experience in your body, and
Because it was like it wasn't enough. Like I used to think it wasn't enough. Like I didn't do good enough. My performance was poor. Like I could have done better. I could have kicked him this here. Could have hit him here. I could have dodged this. Because like everybody's watching. Everybody's watching, especially if there's kids. Like I want to put a good experience on for them. But then I used to think I wasn't enough. I wasn't enough. Like it's never enough. But then I started learning I'm at my own level, they're at theirs.
right.
So I'm gonna respect mine and I'm gonna respect theirs. If they're higher than me, then they're gonna go all out on me. But if for me, I'm at my own level and I'm gonna do the best I can.
Right.
Like if it's not enough, it's my best.
Right.
I'm gonna learn and I'm gonna get up to your level. I may get past you.
Right.
Because for Luis, at the beginning, he was very hard, but then I caught up. Like he couldn't hit me as much. He couldn't like attack me as much. He wasn't as fast once I started learning.
Mm-hmm.
I can keep up with him.
Those are failures in life. Like I tell everybody, I go to the gym all the time to fail, right? Because failing is good, right? If we never fail and we don't get depleted and somebody isn't better than us in the sports that we're in and have better technique, and if you're always better than them and you always want to be greater, and you never fail, then that's as good as you're ever going to be.
Because like you're not learning from your failures.
Right.
If you never fail and you're always winning, you're just always gonna be there. It's that little hole you can't get out
Right.
of. Like you may have this ladder to get out of this hole, but then if you win, your ladder is gonna shorten.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're just winning and winning, you're not gonna get that experience to build yourself another ladder.
Right. Yeah, and so I believe in it. I work on that stuff still today. I strongly believe in the self-discipline, putting yourself through stuff that wants you to fail, conquering that every single day helps this mental state of mind to stay calm.
That helps you. Like it helps you gain your confidence. It helps you boost yourself and like help yourself, because like no one's gonna just like teach you this. You have to want it. You have to want it. You have to want to do this. You have to want to do that.
Right.
You have to want to learn this.
Yeah.
And it's just not going to be that easy. It's not going to be easy. You have
Right.
to have discipline for it.
Yeah.
You have to have that mentality. But if you're always winning, you're not going to have that mentality and you're just going to give up.
Right.
But then if you fail and fail and fail, you're going to learn. But it's not always that you have to fail. You have to have the discipline to keep going after you fail.
Right.
Because if you just give up after you fail, you're not going to learn anything.
Yeah.
It's not if you win and always win or fail and always fail. It's if you have to discipline to push forward, or like if you have to decrease, or because like for me, when I first got elite and I had to leave the kids class, I had to slow down for the other kids. I had to slow down because like I was experienced. They weren't, because like the new kids, like what is it? Naraya's brother.
Leon.
I was very experienced when they had first come in. Leon, he was very like shy. He was shy, but he was out once you got comfortable. Once he had gotten comfortable with you, now he talks to me off the radar.
It's awesome.
I have his contact.
Yeah.
He talks to me.
Yeah.
He tried to come over a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Me and him, we hang out. We try to hang out.
Isn't it cool that today you're inspiring other kids? How does that feel?
It's very rewarding because like I want to teach other people, like anger. Like I understand what anger is. I understand what rage is. Like I understand what sadness, anger, and everything is. I've been through it. And then now look where I am. I'm confident. I'm happy. Like nothing can stop me from where I'm going. I want to make it to the NFL or the UFC or MMA. I want to make it to those three.
Or the next tribal chief.
Yeah, that's that's also one.
No, those are good goals to have, right? Those are awesome goals to have. I'm super proud of you that those are your goals. That makes me so happy to hear that those are goals of your life today.
Because
Because when I first met you and I asked you, what did you want to do and what did you want to become?
I said, I don't know. I didn't know where I was going.
Right.
I didn't know where I was gonna be. I didn't know where was my stopping point gonna be. Because when I was younger, I used to be very suicidal, like cause I didn't have a father, and then moving around house to house, being with my mom, it was very heart heartbreaking for a little kid. I was just a little kid when I went through all that. I used to be very suicidal. I used to believe I wouldn't make it past 15, but then I'm about to be 15 in 2 months, and then I believe now that I'm gonna die of old age. I want to live that. I want to live to be 100, because like I want to have my experience here, and then I'm gonna have my time to go, because like everybody has their time to go, and then I'm gonna accept it if I do. But then, when I was younger, I wanna help the younger kids, because like I know what anger is. I know what they've been through. It's like some kids they have it worse, some kids they have it less, but it's not a competition. It's not a competition. You have to help them if they're in a bad place. If they're in a bad place, you could try to help them, but if they don't want it, they don't want it. You have to earn it, like how you did. You earned my respect, and I now you call you dad. But then you have to help them as much as you can, but they have to want it. They have to want the help. It's like you can give them the help, you can give them kindness, you can give them warmth, you can like give them that one hug that they always need. Because like everybody needs a hug once in a while, and they have to want the hug. Because like you can go in for it, but they can push you away. They can push you away, or they can go in for it. They have to want it. You have to want. If you want it, go for it. Go for it. Like take it. Like for sparring, if you want to hit them here, you have to want it. You have to go for it. You have to go for it.
Right.
Like it's not gonna be given to you. Nothing's free. You have to work for it. You have to work for it. If you want money, work for it.
Right.
Find a job. If you want a family, you have to have money, and you have to like support your children, or to support your wife, your girlfriend, anything. If you guys want to go out on dates, you have to have money, but then you have to work for that money. If you want happiness, work for it. If you want to be an extrovert or like something like that, you have to work for it. You have to want to be out there, because like there's people out there who need the help, but then they don't know what it is, so it's scary for them. It's scary for them because they've never experienced it,
Right.
and for something that they never experienced, it's very scary. And like for something you've never experienced, you don't know what's like warnings. You don't know like what it's gonna do. Like for a dog on the side of the street, you don't know if it's gonna attack you or if it's gonna leave you alone. Some people might back away because they're scared. They don't know what it's gonna do, so they're gonna push it away. But then if they're confident, they're gonna go. It may chase you. It may chase you, but you're gonna run. You're gonna run. You're gonna run. But then you have to have the confidence in yourself to run away from it.
Yeah.
But then some people, they're gonna push it away. They're gonna push it away because they don't know what it's like.
Right.
And if you can give them happiness, you can give them kindness, respect, and you can give them the confidence. But then they could just throw it all away and leave. They could leave at any time they want. I could have left like the first 2 weeks I could have started at the gym. I could have left, but I didn't, because I knew it was good for me. Because like I wanted the help, but it was very nerve-wracking. It was very scary for me. I didn't know what it was like to be around nice people, because I was always pressed. I was always put down. I was always like, since because of my size and for how little I am, for how young I am, people are going to target me. And they were always targeting me because I was the smallest. I used to be very small, very, very small. And then I had low confidence, low self-esteem. I used to be very self-conscious. I used to be everything. I know what it's like. And then with you guys, I gained that. With Destiny, she showed me what it's like to have fun. With you, respect and direct. What I mean by direct is straightforward. And if you want it, work for it. with their wife, she showed me kindness and everything, and with Jesse, discipline. Everyone in around me has a role in my life.
Awesome.
Cause like for you, it's yeah, it's very I don't know, very heartwarming around you. Cause if work for it, and you're gonna gain it. Work, and one day you're gonna get it. With your wife, kindness. She always shows me kindness. I love that. Like she's always soft with me. But then if I do mess up, it's like okay with her. She's very kind. Like she doesn't lash out as much. She's not an angry person. I love that. And then with Jesse, he was disciplined with me. He was very like he was very strict. He didn't allow this to happen, or he didn't want this to happen. He was very straightforward. Even with Luis, he was in the middle of the gym. He was like a brother to me. And then it was like that brotherly love because I didn't have anybody to look up to, and he's older than me.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have anybody to look up to because my uncle, I was taken away from that side of my family, and I was pushed away from that side of my family. So then, when he was taken away, I didn't have anybody to look up to. I didn't have that man, didn't have that person, that male person, because I was raised by women. I was always around women, and then with Luis, he gave me that brotherly love. Like he helped me gain that love. I loved it because like I didn't have anybody to look up to. He was older, he was smarter, he was stronger in every way. But then he also had his problems, and I had mine. We kept it to each other. There was a certain line you couldn't cross, and we kept each other's space, and it was very comforting. I wanted to go to the gym to see him because like I wanted to spar him, I wanted to talk to him, I wanted to work with him. Because like yeah, I was younger than him, and like yeah, I wasn't gonna be as close to him as his school friends. So I was like, okay, I kept my distance. And then, but when it was time to spar and everything, it was very fun because like he used to teach me things. It was teaching. He was teaching me how to do this, how to do that. It was very heartwarming. And then everybody around me has a role in my life. And then I love it.
I think that's awesome that that's the perspective in your mind and that's what you have, and it's really neat to hear that come out of you, man, because like I said, if I would have interviewed you when I first met you to today, you know, it's beautiful. My wife's over there crying right now, you know. You're just a beautiful soul, man, and we just love you so much. I'm so glad to hear how you are today and the words that are coming out of your mouth. It's just amazing to hear, because a lot of people really don't know you. They really don't know what you've been through. You really have been through a lot more than you've said, and it's just awesome. I come from a broken home. My dad left us when I was like 12 or 13. I was raised by my mom. Me and my brother, we grew up poor, man. We grew up with nothing. My mom tried. I would wear this outfit. My brother would have that outfit. The next day we would switch, wear each other's clothes to school. They would tease us, make fun of us. We didn't have no lunch. We didn't have nothing, man. We would go to school. We couldn't even have school lunches. I've been there, right? And so that's why we do what we do. And that's who I am and work with you guys. Because like you said, we're all one in there. We all have our own issues that we're going through, and we have to all keep our own boundaries because our own issues are all our own problems. But what's cool about it is that when we're together,
it's just one whole thing, and like there's nothing going bad on in there. It's just like one positive circle, because people have their boundaries, and if you press them, they're gonna lash out, and it's gonna go wrong, and it's gonna create even more problems, and you guys are gonna lose it. Or you guys can help each other, and then it's gonna gain respect with each other. He's gonna give you respect, she's gonna give you respect, or he's gonna give you respect. If you give it, it's gonna be returned.
mm-hmm.
And people, you have to meet people and just like be honest with them. Like you can't lie to them. You can't hold anything back. You have to be open with them. You have to be honest, straightforward, and everything. Because like if you hold back onto them and you express it later, it's gonna create a problem. Because like you can't hold everything in. And like for friends, if you hold a problem in, or like let's say, for example, somebody said something about him, and you kept it, you didn't tell them until a week later, and then he had gotten into a fight about it. But then you could have told him before, and he could have not gotten into that fight.
Right.
You could have stopped it, because then it created a problem because you didn't tell it. You have to be open.
Yeah.
And then if you're open, it's gonna be returned.
Yeah.
And then he could tell you that he's gonna get jumped. He could tell you, and then if you tell him he's gonna get jumped, you guys can save each other. You guys can stay away. It's gonna create, if you guys are open with each other, you guys can not create as much as a problem.
Right.
And if you guys are open and honest and just like you guys kept your boundaries, if you guys kept your boundaries and like left each other alone for where they wanted to be alone, if they want to be alone, let them be alone. Because then if you try with them, it's going to create a problem. And problems can be increased. And problems, nobody likes problems. I doubt anybody likes problems. But then there's people out there that will try to increase it just because it's a pleasure for them.
No.
And they like to see you in pain. They like to see you in misery. It's not cool that they like you in misery, because like with them, they have their own problems, and that's why they act out. They act out because they have their own problems.
Right.
They may act all tough and everything. They may act all tough, and they have this act out on people. They act out on people. They get into fights. They go drink. They go smoke. Everything. And people, they're gonna act out. They're gonna try to fight and everything. It's not cool because they have their own problems, and they don't know what it's like to be the lower person. But there's always somebody higher than them that's gonna hurt them, and then they won't search for it. They won't search for help. They just give up right there. And then I look for people to help. Like in the school, I have 3 friends. I have 2 friends, and that's all I need. Cause like that's my own little bubble. And it's just 2 girls. The 2 girls, they like each other. They like me, and I also have Danny. I talk to him. We're cool with each other.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's just our own little quad.
Nice, I like it. So out of, like, who do you look up to as a boxer right now? Like, who do you look up to in the boxing, and who's your idol in this sports of boxing and all that? Who's your favorite boxer?
Garcia.
Ryan Garcia?
Mm-hmm.
You like Ryan Garcia? That's cool, yeah, I like
his
him.
left hand.
Yeah.
I love his left hand.
Yeah.
He's very cool.
Yeah,
he's very fast.
Yeah.
He's very fast and
I think he just
intelligent.
retired or something like that. I saw. I don't know if he's retiring or not.
I think he's gonna fight Jake, to be honest.
Nah, that won't ever happen.
Because then
They're too big. Jake's too big.
Didn't Jake fight Mike?
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
Not yet. I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. We'll see.
I hope that happens because Mike is gonna destroy him. He may be old. He's old.
Mike's gonna destroy him?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right.
Of course. Jake is just a YouTuber.
Just a YouTuber.
Just a YouTuber.
What do you think we're doing?
So what? We're gonna get up there.
We're doing YouTube too. We're
So
gonna
what?
get up there. What do you think?
He didn't box before.
No.
We do.
We do, huh?
We do.
We throw them hands.
We throw hands. We get the contact. Because before boxing, what was he doing? YouTube.
Yeah.
No, we did boxing. We did boxing before all this.
Well,
Before all the computers and everything, we did hand to hand. We did physical.
I hear you, man. Well, I love you, man. Hey, thank you for being on with us today. We had a lot of fun with you. I love you to death. Think of you as my boy.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to continue to do good. My heart's happy. My wife's heart's happy. And we're happy for you. You know,
Thank you.
This is really cool to hear this. I haven't seen you for a while. Just brought you on and we talked, and just to hear how you are with me not even being around you, it's really neat to hear.
It's the result of what you've done for me. It's the result of how you helped me. Because, like, I don't know where I would be without you. Because, like, I don't know who I would call Pop, Dad, or anything. Because without Luis, I wouldn't have that brotherly love. Without Jesse, I wouldn't have that discipline. Without Destiny, I wouldn't have that kindness. And with your wife, I wouldn't have that kindness and ease. And without you, I wouldn't be straightforward. I would just give up.
Well, I appreciate you, man. We better end this before you make me cry, young man.
I already
It's
got
hard to
one
make
person
me cry.
cry. I already
You
got
ain't
one
gonna make
person
me
cry.
cry. Who do you think you are? Huh? All right, man. I love you.
Thank you.
Love you.